Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, no doubt, that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Working on the right. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game.
There he goes down the right side. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And, man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. Wasting no time taking a shot. He holds it in and nobody's close. He's loose down the left side. And he's in for the touchdown.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quarterback moving. A strike downfield to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to the flat. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came... Starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release by the QB. At the 45, he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking for space. It's gridded.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
This defense really does a nice job playing with their eyes and pursuing the ball. They took away all of the quarterback's options down the field. When he finally checked it down, they rallied to him, made the tackle, now setting up 4th.
I'm not sure what good that did. The completion's fine for the percentage and the stats, but the result's the same. Not enough for the 1st down. Punt team on the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating in the backfield and making something happen.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Power football with the run. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Sends it back in motion to the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll send the back in motion. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by that offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going for the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
And that That touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. On the run, deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. The snap sets up to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking for the score. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, that was a huge touchdown right here in the 1st half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the 2nd half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Will take over. First and 10.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the wide receiver. And incomplete on the deep ball.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw, because that play...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over. First and 10.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Shakes off the defender. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Motion from the wideout. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Rides the back on the option to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Turning it on. He's at the 10. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time. Down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
A lot of defenders around on that screen. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. They'll go to the air. Under fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got him wrapped up.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He lost one down the sideline. A full dive to haul that one in. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
Do you remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. That's the thing about this offense. You think you've got them backed up, and then you don't. 1st and 10 from inside the 50. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Upshaw. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Upshaw. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Riddick. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass.
In this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. These 2 teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra.
Trying to get it in. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Back to pass on second down. Tosses it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Got him downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that was one of those gotta happen. I mean, it's a fourth quarter, fourth down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver. Whatever.
Gets the back moving. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw again. He lobs one high down the left side. And it'll be a touchdown. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
First and 10.
The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the fourth. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Mano-a-mano, man. One-on-one go ball. Who's going to make a play? The defender steps up to the occasion, knocks that one away for an incompletion.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. This defense has to hold it right where it is. Score tied late in the game. A quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Five receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got his man to the left. There he goes. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.